It is time. For months, these teams have been clawing to get their way into the tag team finale, but today, it is their grandest opportunity for that one last spot outside of the fan vote, which will come probably right now in the description. It is the Retribution Rumble. Good day, good people. Toonlink, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalakaris, and it is I. If you know me as the man who's about to get ready to rumble. But to most, I am the United States Aviator. Welcome back to Danganronpa Hunger Games. This is the Retribution Rumble. These are the teams who are here today, who have earned a spot, and it's time to introduce them now. And let's go over here and click the regular music real quick. Thank you. I'm excited for this. As you saw with the regular Rumble, anything can happen. You can enter early, win this thing. You can enter at like 30, and you could perish. The entries, they could be, early entries could be good. Early entries could be great because you have more times to gather powerful items and then get people out immediately as they walk in. Or it could be detrimental because you could just easily get snuffed out super early. Let's introduce everyone and what they initially drew. It's not necessarily what they're going to enter as. With the Chunibiyu family's Gundam at entrant number 6, Maya at entrant number 21 from Secondhand Symphony, Eye for an Eye's Dimitri at 20 and number 18 rather. The Unstoppable Idols with Sayaka and Iris. Interesting enough, at 17 and 26. Those are some good picks. But we also have Shinyan at a respectable 11 for Rock On. Buff, big buff Mana. Cute Mana at Brute Force. Number 7, Lucky 7. Corrupted Code. Two very distant between each other. Junko and So at 20 and 5. Can So last long enough to get Junko on the side? I'm not certain. He could, it's possible. Unlucky Adventure Team's Nagito with a very lucky entrant number, potentially, at 29. He could walk in earlier. Though managers have the best entrant numbers, the closest gap between the few people who have 2 people in. Yukiko and Boss at 28 and 24 respectively. If they play their cards right, they can make some major moves happen. Capture the Moment with Albedo at number 9. To Be Me with Naoto at number 23. Hard Knock Life with Kyutaro at number 16. Aiko's Kitchen, number 12. We see Kai. Liar Liar, 14. Kokichi. And we must remember he is Big Match Kokichi. Could he win this one? We'll have to wait and see. The Perfect 10 has seen a winner before. Could Peko make it a 100% win chance for entrant number 10 for cutting words? Do you remember? Is unlucky number 13, it's Bike. Sinister Side sees Sarah by herself at entrant number 2. She's going to be starting this thing off on the first day. But who is she starting off with? You'll find out in a moment. With Parsnip, Genocide Jack, number 22. She's a little unstable, but she might do some pretty good things. Joe Mama sees Joe. He's kind, but he's entering early at number 3. Will he be able to last this whole time? It's going to be tough. God Mode. Interestingly enough, we see these two. Yuta and Azuru. You don't count either. Well, you can count Azuru out, let's be honest. He's entrant number 4, but Yuta at 15, he could win this one. Seeking Justice sees Dojima at number 19. The Apothecary with Seiko, Tag Team Professional, could win this one, number 25. That's a good entrant. But at the last entrant, it is Maria, unless she decides to come in earlier, the Identity Crisis, number 30. Behind bars, he drew very poorly. Haiji starting this thing off at entrant number 1. And Shatter Machine sees entrants number 8 and 27, Leon and Jotaro. It's anybody's game. We've seen that, hey, there's so many people who come in afterwards, it doesn't mean a thing in the eyes of RNG. Somebody who came in early could win this whole thing. We've seen someone who came in before the first half of competitors win this thing. In our only Rumble that we've seen. That's not a secret episode. And that's what I love about the Rumble. You, as we see with the random selection, you see the order that's there. that order is more than likely not going to be the actual order. This is a, hey, if everything goes completely according to plan, this is how people will enter. However, there's a slight chance for every single person to enter a little bit early. So it could throw things awry. You have to make your picks though for first, second, and third in the comments below. Make them because they're important. And as you're liking and subscribing and doing all the things and making your comments because they're important, like this one, like that one, and like this one, don't enter, wait until you see the episode before you go and you vote in those fan votes. Or I guess you can, I mean the singles one, sure, but they're on the same poll, so you should wait until after this because you don't want to spoil yourself on who wins. You want to see this rumble go down. You've already made your picks. I'm going to make mine though. For first, I think it's going to be someone who enters within the first 12. And in the first 12, I have a gut feeling that the person who will not only last the longest, but will win this whole thing, is gonna be Shinyan. Entrant number 11, supposedly. Supposedly. And this is a matter of someone who enters in the top 12 originally planned. Because I'll be frank, she's probably not gonna enter 11. Let's be completely honest. However, for second, give me Junko. I think she's gonna almost get there, but she's gonna fall just short. And lastly, give me Kokichi. Because he's a big match Kokichi, I think he's gonna get close, but he's not gonna be undisputed like Mew. Not gonna be undisputed like Mew, however, I do believe we gotta get the show on the roll. We gotta get this thing started. It's the Retribution Rumble for tag team action. Let's get in here. Your starting two should be Haiji and Sarah. Sharpshooting, steel-minded big sister Sarah. But will anyone come out with them? Will anyone come out with them? We're about to find out. We're about to see. We're about to start round one and we're about to proceed. It is the Rumble. And they start off alone, number 1 and number 2. Sarah actually cut ahead of Haiji. Actually. Sarah was like, you're not number 1. I am number 1. She is the 1 in 99 and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our first two entries. Sarah, Haiji, and the horns. They are still here, so can we please sound the horns? Very nice. Will anyone join on round 2? Let's click it and let's find out. Nobody, but someone gets some ghost power. Sarah stares into the distance and Haiji walks into a very strange machine, presses a button, gets molecules got all rearranged, and he's got ghost powers. That's dangerous. That's dangerous for everyone involved in this, especially, it's not dangerous enough because Sarah is like, I already told you, I am number 1. She attacks Haiji from behind and makes this the Sarah show. It's an immediate Claire de Lune for Haiji. Which means we're about to see something interesting happen. Because we know who's supposed to enter at number 3. And it's Joe. Unless someone cuts ahead of him, it's gonna be a showdown between Sarah and Joe. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but we gotta proceed and see if it happens. Next round, we see Sarah's on the verge of snapping. In fact, nobody came out. Joe's like, I don't know if I can do this. Sarah can't wait to kill again. Oh no. Sarah starts sobbing uncontrollably. She's like, but. And she's found a magic wand as well. She sends sparkles everywhere, hums a song to herself, and then quite a few people are like, well, if Joe's not gonna come in, we're going to come in. Yuta runs in and joins the fray. Yukiko runs in and joins the fray, and Shinyan runs in and joins the fray. 3 of them ran in immediately. Joe was probably trying to coerce them throughout those rounds. He was like, I need someone in there to take out Sarah because I don't want to go and face the red-eyed beast. So Yukiko ran in so early. She was in the 20s and Shinyan was number 11. Yuta was like 15 or something too. He convinced all of them to come in early. Joe was like, I can't go out there. That's not my friend. That's a monster. And she's proving that she's a monster by immediately seeing Yukiko and turning her into a sheep. We will click next round, and we will see. Even the number 30th entrant. Sarah somehow finds medieval armor and puts it on. She's stacking up on gear. Yukiko's a sheep, she doesn't do much. Marie runs into the arena joining the fray. She's like, number 30? I don't have time for that. We're not waiting around. Yuta picks up her, looks neat and cool, lying in various places, and Shinyan looks around for stuff to scrounge. We'll go to the next round, and now we see he came in. He says, well, I guess I gotta. Marie mopes around uselessly. Something inside of Sarah snaps. She's frenzied now. She's frenzied. Yukiko is a sheep, wanders off too far, becoming food for the wild beast. Yuta tries to kill Sarah, but Sarah's knight armor diverts the blow. Joe runs into the arena, joining the fray. Shinyan thinks about what she did to end up here, and Azuru runs into the arena, joining the fray as well. We lost just one. She was supposed to come in so late, but Joe was like, please, you've had to have had a friend that you need to save before. I need someone else to save my friend. And it struck a chord in Yukiko. But unfortunately, it also struck a Clé de Lune for her. Yukiko. And with that, 8 people have come into the Rumble. 2 of them are gone, but we have 6 total in. And Joe's looking across the arena at Sarah, and she stares him down. She's like, huh, who's that? I don't remember. And Joe's like, oh no. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, this is slowly turning into a story between Sarah and Joe. How will that story end? We gotta proceed and find out. We have a bunch of people in, and more people may come in as well as we click next round. They do. They do, and let me tell you. Maria draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, you know, for fun, and Azuru's like, no demons, that's boring. Joe stares into the distance at Sarah, who's looking around maniacally, seething. But apparently Joe has hired his former friend and his former tag team partner, Yuta. He says, look, I've won you the gold before. I just want one favor in return. And he and Azuru attack Sarah from behind and slaughter her. Goodness gracious, Joe. Maybe the mastermind in this game. He was like, that's the only person who I think could have beaten me. And now, I'm winning this thing. Gundam runs to the arena joining the fray, and so runs in right behind him. We instead have lost another 2, 6 total in the Rumble, 10 total have entered. But more importantly, it is indeed a Clé de Lune 4. Marie. Sharpshooting, steel-minded, big sister, red-eyed, Sarah. Here to perish, apparently. But do remember, this is still Orteal. While it looks like they have been eliminated in classic Rumble rules, perhaps they slid under the bottom rope and weren't truly eliminated, and they get revived and come back and win the game at the end. It's a possibility. Or is it a spoiler? Do I already know what's going to happen? No, it's RNG. Although, my pick, still in, Shinyan. Shouldn't have said that, actually. She might perish. Uh-oh. Next round. Oh, she's alive, but she's mad. She's mad that I said her name. Yuta tries to go but So's like, this is my season. I started this season as the singles champ. You were the unbreakable Yuta, well now I'm the unstoppable So. It's So time. Mana runs into the arena, she's also joining the fray. Azuru is determined to survive, but Shinyan has had enough. Shinyan's now mad. Gundam spots something shiny in the distance. So is looking for an easy out, and Joe stares into the distance. He's like, is what I did the right thing? Did you do it for the sake of mom? I don't know. But first and foremost, it's a Clé de Lune 4. Yuta. No lucky break this time, Yuta. Last time, we just don't count you out. But this time, it looks like you're out. Unless, it's a big unless. But we gotta keep going. We've only had 11 people enter this Rumble. We still have 19 people left to get in here, waiting to make their mark on this game. Let's go ahead. Let's proceed. Let's see what unfolds. What other zaniness unfolds? How many people will enter the next round? A couple, but as soon as Mana enters, she gets eliminated as well. Mana wants to end things once for all with Gundam. Mana bites the dust. And another one bites the dust. Joe waves at Shinyan, but Shinyan chases him while shaking her fist rather. Azuru sets down a trap. Leon has joined the fray. He is in the arena now. He is ready to try and do some things for Ningguang. Jotaro and Leon are trying to carry on for Ningguang. Albedo runs into the arena, joining the fray. So finds a bow, some arrows, maybe even a quiver. It'll take some practice, but maybe he can be the sharpest archer in the arena. Joe gets caught in one of Azuru's traps, and all he can do now is hope to be freed. So is trying to just hold out until Junko enters. He's trying to hold out until Junko enters, and that's another story that's being told in this Rumble. Can he do it? There's also the story of neither Sayaka nor Iris having entered this Rumble yet. That is another team of two that has been completely untouched. Completely untouched. But first and foremost, it's a Claire de Lune. After Joe gets caught in one of Azuru's traps. 4. Mana. And with that, 17 people still need to enter the Rumble. Unlucky 13 actually turned out to be Albedo. Could it be lucky this time around? I don't know. But we still have 7 people in. That's pretty good for the Rumble. Usually it stays at like 4 to 6, but 7 and up? I like to see that. Maybe it won't be such a bloody Rumble after all. Let's click next round and see if it is. Oh no. Oh gosh. There's a lot of blue. And it starts with Joe being the mastermind of this game, pulling himself out of the trap. Albedo finds a belt of Pokeballs. Who knows what could be inside of those? So fires an arrow at Albedo, but it misses. Gundam walks into a very strange machine, and now the Supreme Overlord of Ice has ghost powers as well. Azuru won't give up so easily. As Shinyan realizes this anger is unwarranted, she calms down. She's like, woosah, not today. And Leon doesn't really understand what's happening. Well, you see Leon. It's the Rumble, so periodically people enter the game, and eventually everyone will have entered, and once the last person is standing, they will be the victor. That's how the Rumble works. But let's keep going. Let's click next round, and we'll see what happens. You'll see. You'll understand. It all starts with Gundam realizing that So is a threat, possessing him, and walks him right off of a cliff. Peko runs into the arena, joining the fray. Azuru thinks about what he did to end up here. The Archons see great potential in Leon and grant him a Hydro Vision. Joe just wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. You know, I called you the mastermind this entire game, Joe. And look what you've done. Shinyan finds a suit full of medieval armor and puts it on. It gleams with a dazzling shine. Mana's lifeless body is writhing with maggots. Albedo tosses out one of those Pokeballs. Out comes Moltres using Fire Blast, burning Peko and Gundam both alive. Albedo, dangerous man in this game. And Leon with that Hydro Vision, also extremely dangerous. Unfortunate for Peko and Gundam for cutting words in the Chunibiu family. But Kai is also entering in here. He's like Aiko's kitchen. We're about to cook up a big win. We lost 4 this time. That's our biggest loss in a single day in this Rumble. However, I do believe it is time to just hit a Claire de Lune for them. We're now halfway through 4. So, Joe, Peko, Gundam. And so, 15 entered, 15 are alive, and 15 remain, 5 are alive, and 15 remain to get into this action. We have one whole team that is yet to get into this action. I don't know what's gonna happen. There's only 5 people left, so probably nobody will perish, but you know, we never know with Orteal. There's a lot of big items in play, so we could see some shenanigans. Will we shenan again? I don't know. Who will enter next? That's the biggest question of them all, and as we click next round, we will see it will be Azuru just wanting all of this to end already. Vike runs into the arena, joining the fray. Kokichi runs into the arena, joining the fray as well, but immediately starts chasing Leon. He's like, hi, Leon. Leon uses the power of Hydra to wet the surface behind him. Kokichi's eliminated immediately. That may be the fastest elimination in the entire history of the Rumble. Kai finds a can of hair dye. Kai starts thinking about the possibilities of new hairstyles that could be created. Peko's gone. Albedo tosses a Pokeball, and out comes Halucha, who uses Flying Press, crushing Leon. Jotaro is now that team's only hope, and Shinyan just picks up her looks neat and cool lying in various places, but what will she find? Maybe nothing. We lost 2 more. 12 are gone. 5 still alive, 13 remain to enter this rumble. It is first and foremost, a Claire de Lune 4. Kokichi. Leon. You hate to see it. I wish we could check details, but no, we will not. We don't check details until saving grace picks because then it kind of spoils it. Like right now in your mind, you knew who was there, but you don't have a good idea of who's left. And you don't know when they're going to enter because right now, anyone could enter at any time. The only two who were guaranteed to be out on the first day were first and second place. Everyone else, everyone technically could have come out on day one and we could have had like a regular feeling game, but no, this is a rumble. This is a rumble, and I don't even know who's going to be the 30th entrant anymore. Today we saw Vike join the fray, Kokichi joined the fray, and immediately got eliminated by Leon. And Leon got eliminated himself. Let's keep going. Let's click next round, and we will see. Ooh. As Zero sees, looks up at a tree and sees a mistletoe hanging above. You know what? He goes and gets it. But Kai creates a sphere of air around Azuru and Vike, keeping it there long enough to suffocate them within. Goodness gracious. Albedo finds a balloon. A shiny red balloon. This is a dangerous place for such a poppable entity. Dojima runs into the arena, but he's not the only one. So does Dimitri, and so does Kyutaro. And let me tell you, Shinyan challenges the two newcomers to an anything goes pancake eating competition, and I don't even think I need to write his name down as I lift up my pair of glasses because they're right on top of this list. Kyutaro, you are entering the World Pancake Championship match, or you would be if you weren't already there. That's my guy. He sure did it. But you know what he didn't do? Kill anybody, but 2 people did indeed perish, and those 2 people are Izuru, Vike, and as I reach over and grab a little something, we're running out of people. There's only 10 people left to enter the Rumble. 6 people are alive, and we just had some pancakes be eaten by 3 of these competitors. None of them Danganronpa characters, surprisingly enough. In fact, of the people alive, none of them are Danganronpa characters. You 3, Dimitri, Albedo, and Kai. No, none of them are Danganronpa characters. That's an interesting moment in this rumble. They all stare up around each other at the arena and they're like, we're fighting for our Danganronpa partners, aren't we? They sure are. Let's see how well they do. Let's click next round and let's proceed. We will see who for Aiko. We're gonna have to wait. Shinyan looks around for Stubbs' grounds. Dojima feels strong enough to handle anything. Kyutaro ambushes Kai and murders him. Rest in peace to Kai. Dimitri twitches uncontrollably. Junko is now rushing into the arena. She enters. Finally. Finally she does. And as she enters the member of the squad, the target follows right behind her. Sayaka is laser focused on Junko, running into the arena, joining the fray. Albedo sends out a Pokeball. Out comes Turtwig, who cuts the vines for Albedo. How nice, how nice. We got 8 people left to enter the Rumble, but we did lose 1. And he's a good boy. And he is getting a Claire de Lune 4. Kai. Was I rooting for Kai? A little bit in my heart of hearts. But we now see Junko and Sayaka. Junko, the 2nd champion in the series? The second one? Second one. I think she was the second champion in the series. And there's freaking Sayaka. Junko, the title that she has never held. Tag Team Gold. And freaking Sayaka has never held a title despite having a good chunk of impressive games. However, we're not even at our saving grace picks yet. Our saving grace picks only occur when our final 10 and the Rumble entries are all in. And we gotta get there. So let's not dilly, let's not dally. Let's in fact click next round and let's proceed. We just saw Junko and Sayaka run in. Will they immediately perish? Oh, one of them does. Goodness gracious. Shinyan was like, oh, I'm not losing. That's kind of funny. Albedo accidentally lets go of his balloon. Albedo's incredibly sad. Dojima has had enough. Dojima is now enraged. The Archons see great potential in the man who entered the Pancake Championship match twice, and they grant him an Animo vision. Shinyan's ready to cleave some invaders in their knight's armor. Sayaka finds some leather scraps. She's got caveman-like gear. And Dimitri challenges Junko and Shinyan to an anything-goes pancake eating competition. Shinyan was like, "Oh, I lost once, but I'm sure as heck not gonna lose again." And she destroys Dimitri. She takes out the member of the squad, Junko. And you know what? I'm not even mad, because I do like Shinyan. Wish, you know, Junko would have come out on top for me, but she gets a little entry into the World Pancake Championship match. All right, Shinyan, okay. Okay, you deserve it. I'll let you have it. You know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Ladies and gentlemen, we lost 2 in pancake action, and it is indeed a Claire de Lune for Dimitri, Junko. And I really want to look at details to look at how many people are out, but we can't do it yet. We can't do it yet. I don't know who has the most eliminations, but we can't do it yet. I think we just got to keep going. We got to proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 people still need to enter this Rumble. In fact, nobody entered today. Not a soul entered today. We only saw people perish. We're down to 5 who are just alive. What else will happen? Who else will come in? And when? Who will be number 30? Let's click next round and let's find out. 4 people have entered the fray. 4 of them. Jack runs into the arena joining the fray. Shinyan wonders about the future. Shinyan has been in here for a long time. She should be mad again because I keep mentioning that. But she's going a long ways. She has lasted the longest. So even if she loses, a lot of respect to Shinyan. Dojima grumbles angrily. Albedo snaps out of it. Kyutaro uses a gust of wind to blast Sayaka right off of a cliff. The biggest yeet. The most fantastic yeet. In fact, it's the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Yes, the most glorious of yeets. Kyutaro, I can't celebrate just yet because technically Iris is still in and she could enter very late and somehow clutch a victory in this. Maya, Boss, and Naoto all join the fray as well. Hey, can we get a Claire de Lune for that one? Sayaka. Okay, great. Now, we have 8 people left. Alive. 4 people left to enter the Rumble. We're talking the 30th entrant, the 29th, the 28th, and the 27th. We're not gonna dilly and dally. It's almost time for your saving grace picks. If you're lucky, you might have a full set of 10 saving grace picks. But I don't know about that. Let's click next round. Let's see. We see people enter and we see people perish. Maya tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome. Oh no. Oh gosh, there's 8 people left and there's a tank in play. That's enough people for the tank to get used. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. That's the hard thing about the Rumble, is trying to use a tank because you don't usually get above 7 people, and you have to have 7 people for that event to proc, but, uh-oh. Shinyan doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Naoto. Immediately rest in peace, Albedo. Tells Dojima to have a nice day. Dojima screams, "Don't tell me what to do," killing Albedo in a rage. Albedo also lasted for a hot second. The boss is now the Queen of Ice, as the Archon see potential in her and give her a cryo vision. Iris and Seiko both hop into this arena. Iris has lost Sayaka, but hey, can she last on her own? Dojima tries to group up on Kyutaro. Kyutaro creates a gust of wind beneath him and escapes. Jack stills Maya's tank while she's asleep. We lost 2 more. We have 2 more people to enter the Rumble. Iris came in at 27th, Seiko at 28th. We still have 29 and 30. I know who one of them is. I don't know who all of them are. I don't know who that other person is, but I will say first and foremost, a Claire de Lune 4. Naoto. Albedo. Naoto, a shame, just entered. I thought for a second Naoto created the tank. No, that was Maya. I was gonna say someone who just came in just created a tank, and I was hoping it wasn't Naoto because Naoto just perished, it would be terrible for her to create the tank, die, and then just not even see it get used. I don't know. Technically, we would be at your saving grace picks, but we still have 2 people left to enter this rumble. When will they walk in is the biggest question. We've seen the 30th entrant. Have we seen the 30th entrant just straggle? Just stay around waiting to come out? No, I don't know if we've seen that. I did a couple tests. I do a lot of tests for the simulator to make sure it's in working order. For sometimes the 30th entrant just kind of waits. They just kind of like wait to see people die down and then they walk in. And then sometimes they immediately die afterwards, so it might not be the best of strategies. It's happened when they just walk in with everyone else, and then sometimes they just wait. They wait for a minute. What's gonna happen here? I don't know. Let's click next round and let's proceed. 8 people remain, and we will see. Will anyone walk out? Someone will walk out. And Boss summons a massive spear of ice, impaling Shinyan, who had... First and foremost, you gotta applaud her. She had one heck of a game. Shinyan, here's to hoping you get into a fan vote for your team. Oh, you wouldn't. You wouldn't get into a fan vote for your team, would you? Oh, no. Because there's only one tag team fan vote. I mean, technically your team will be there, but hey. Maybe your performance today will inspire some people to vote for Rock On. Maya wonders if she should build a machine that makes Yakiniku. Dojima is so mad, steam is literally coming out of his ears, causing a fire, trapping and killing Maya and Seiko in the flames. Kyutaro creates a sphere of air around Genocide Jack and Dojima, keeping it there long enough to suffocate them. Iris does something really cute. She's got to get out, actually. She's got to get out ASAP. And Jisara runs into the arena joining the fray. We only have 5 people remaining in this whole game, but one person, the 30th entrant, is straggling. They do not want to come out. They want to come out when the moment is right. We got 5 people left. And it is indeed, first and foremost, a terrible turnabout for Shinyan, Maya, Seiko, Genocide Jack, Dojima. So, I don't know what to tell you. You see who's left, just 5. I'm sorry, yeah, just 5. We have Iris, Jotaro, who could fulfill the prophecy. He could fulfill the prophecy. We have Kyutaro. We have Boss. And we have somebody else who I don't know, but I'm not gonna check because it's kind of exciting in my mind thinking about who that could be, but heck if I remember. But we are sure about to find out. We got that one person left. You can't get your saving grace picks until that one person comes out. Who will that person be? Let's find out together. Next round, will we see them? We will, and there he is. The unluckiest boy coming out at a lucky number 30 spot, potentially. With only 3 people left. Iris wonders about the future, her future's about to end. Jotaro thinks about Leon and sobs quietly, but Boss buries Kyutaro and Iris in piles of ice, freezing them both. We have Nagito, Jotaro, and Boss. After this, Claire de Lune 4. Kyutaro. Iris. I can finally say it! Everyone is entered, but we're only down to 3 people, which means it's going to be a speedy picking session for your Saving Grace picks. We are down to 3 entities. Nagito, trying to carry on for Bennett, the unlucky adventure team. Jotaro, carrying on for Leon and Ningguang, but not just them, trying to fulfill the prophecy. Every Warrior of Hope has won this season, except for Jotaro. Can he change that? And Boss never won a game in this series. But she's in a proper position to maybe pick up her first win for Yukiko, who entered mad early to help out Joe. And for Kanon, the Danganronpa character that they're both paired up with. First, second, and third, make your saving grace picks known. I don't know who it's going to be, but I will make my picks as well. Give me... I think... I gotta take... Jotaro. I gotta. Look at him. Look at Jotaro. He's yet to get a win. And at this point in time, he might get second place again, and I don't want to see that, so I want him for first. He's gotten second place more times than Mondo, and that hurts to say. He's never won a game, and all of his friends have this season. It would only be fitting for him to fulfill the prophecy today. Give me Boss for second, because y'all know I love Boss. You know I'm like, it's Boss time, and I've been waiting to say that for ages. Boss time. They were a team for so long. They were one of my favorite teams, but they went their separate ways. It would just be good to see Boss get her win. And then give me Nagito for third. Honestly, I'll be happy with any one of them, because I like all three of the teams. I think I like Shatter Machine the least, but I'll be frank, I like Jotaro winning this one the most, because I think out of these three, maybe with Boss, maybe Boss or Jotaro deserve it the most, but I think I would say Jotaro definitely deserves it the most. He needs it the most, but it is your final three, which means between Nagito, Jotaro, and Boss. These three are caught within our final five. Now in our final three, a crisis, a fate, and it will more than likely end. Probably will end as I click proceed. Maybe not, but like, I think it might. Boss is kind of overpowered right now. In fact, we can check the details. That's something I didn't do. Shinyan had 3 KOs, she had a game, but Kitaro also had a game. He had 4, good on him. I don't think anyone beat 4. Dojima with 3, good on him. Boss also has 3. She could beat that 4 that we see. Killed 3. I don't think nobody beat 4. But Boss could at least tie it or win it if she takes out both of the remaining people. Will she do it? As we click next round, she may not, because Nagito sets down a trap, Boss gets caught in that trap, and Jotaro snaps and he's frenzied. This makes things very interesting. Boss not able to use some of her items. Nagito, unless they like get in range and she's like, oh, spear. Nagito has trapped her and Jotaro's frenzied. I don't know what's gonna happen. For all we know, Nagito could set down another trap and Jotaro could get caught while he's frenzied. We'll click next round and we will see. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. In a fit of frenzy, Jotaro creeps up on Nagito and kills him dead, and Boss is trapped and can't do a thing. This is interesting because we are at what almost feels like could be a stalemate after this terrible turnabout for Nagito. Here's what I'm afraid of. Jotaro has a frenzy, which is both a blessing and a curse. Boss is trapped, which is really more a curse, because she could also start bleeding out. Jotaro's frenzy is a curse because he could die from the frenzy, and he would get second place today. I think we need to calm down for a second, and I need to ask you more properly. Who will it be? Jotaro? Boss. We see Jotaro. The man, the myth, the legend, Jotaro. Second place is his game. He saw Mondo's silver medal and he snatched it from his neck. And he wrapped it around his own. Will the curse be lifted today? Or will another silver medal be added to his ranks? Or will we see Boss? She's trapped. There's not much she can do. She could pull herself out, but the odds of that, low. We've seen it happen today already, but odds of it happening, low. Nobody's gonna pull her out. There's nobody nice enough to pull her out. Who's still left? It's a battle between these two. And I don't know what's gonna happen. Jotaro? Boss? Boss? Jotaro? Who will win the Rumble? We click next round, and we proceed, and we see. Nothing yet, but this adds even more uncertainty. Who should have been the 30th entrant walks in at what feels to be her own 30th entrant. Dark energy swirls around Marie's body, dragging the spirit out of her body. Marie's back as a ghost. Jotaro looks around maniacally seething, and Boss is still caught in the trap. Marie could end this game. We'll click next round. She doesn't yet. Jotaro looks around maniacally seething. Boss still trapped, screams, but nobody answers. Marie misses being able to have dinner. Will proceed once again, and we will see. This is where things get a little crazy. Jotaro looks for his next victim, and Boss is struggling to trap and cut herself pretty bad. Boss is now bleeding out. Marie plays with her incorporeal body, passing through various objects to pass the time. What will happen? We will proceed, and we will see. Nothing yet. Marie misses being able to have dinner. Boss is trapped, slowly bleeding out, and Jotaro looks for his next victim. We see. Marie's just passing around. Boss is still bleeding out, and Jotaro's maniacally seething. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Boss finally dies from blood loss caused by the trap that she was in. Marie misses being able to have dinner, and panting like a wild beast, his eyes bulging out, Jotaro's frenzy grows so overpowering that his heart gives out. Huh. I don't know. It's a terrible turnabout for Boss Jotaro. So yeah, Marie would be out of this one. Marie, because I thought I added Ghost, but like at this point she would have disappeared. I think I added it for half Ghost, not for actual Ghost. Yeah, we can't have a Ghost win. We can't have a Ghost win. I think that's decided. What we're gonna do, I guess a slow scroll of everyone here, so I can put down the KOs and put down the KOs and in the stats, but I think we're gonna put them both back in, and we are going to have those folk go at it. Just those two. Just those two. We're gonna take away the Rumble. You know, I guess we could call that a tie though. Have both teams go? Do I like that? We can't have nobody go. Am I okay with both teams going? There's been ties in the Rumble before, and then both people go to the, you know? People getting eliminated at the same time? Okay, you know what? That is fair. And I think that helps me make my decision. In the spirit of and this season, if we're being completely honest, the spirit of this season, goodness gracious, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna put them right here so we can get a nice little zoom in on their faces. But I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call it as them hitting the ground at the same time. Your winners, having been eliminated at the exact same time. Not the exact same time, but on the same day. You hate to see everyone perish. But you do love to see these two teams go on to headline the tag team finale. I'm talking about Boss for Yukiko and Kana, Jotaro for Leon and Ningguang, both the Womanagers, and Shatter Machine will join the tag team bracket and headline the championship match. You know, it's so rare And I kid you not, I thought of this as a possibility, but this is so extremely rare that this happens. We have had everyone die in this simulator maybe twice. No more than twice, excluding this time. It happens so infrequent. I can only remember one occasion, but it feels like in my heart it happened again. But I think it was only once. Maybe twice, but I think it was only once. Pretty sure it was only once, in fact. I didn't code in what would happen if this happened. Because it happened so infrequently that I was like, oh, that's not gonna happen. And then lo and behold, they were eliminated on the same day. I'm going to give them both the victory. Congratulations, boss, for your first victory, and Jotaro for your first victory. Even if it was in defeat. It is a spiritual victory because the both of you will go on for your teams. Your teams will rather go on to headline and bring up the tag team bracket. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I ain't mad at it. Good job, managers. Good job, Shatter Machine. Congratulations to them. Jotaro entered super late. Boss entered kind of late, but not super duper late. In contrast to last time. In contrast to last time where the 10th entrant won, we saw some of the later entries win this time, and that is the unpredictability of the Rumble, to say the least. That's crazy. That's wild. We're putting them both in. Congratulations to them both. Boss, Jotaro. Jotaro technically fulfills the prophecy. And Boss, she made it her time. I gotta say, it was an outcome that I literally could not see coming. But it happened. And I'll be frank, in the spirit of this season, which has had so many ties, so many draws, or so many teams finishing in totality, this almost feels right, and I should have expected it. But hey, maybe the same thing will happen in the OC Rumble. Maybe two people will come out on top in the OC Rumble. Maybe. It's a possibility. Maybe. It's just a big maybe. Stay classy. Year of the Ascent until the OC Rumble. This is your United States Aviator. Make sure to check out the description, the community tab, and most importantly, the pinned comment, because we got some fan votes coming your way. The first few categories for the singles fan votes should be up, and of course the first rundown of the tag team fan votes should be in play. I'm still shocked. I'm still shocked. Congratulations to the both of them. And until Sunday for the OC Rumble, toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.